What is going on, guys? All right, I am up above the hills of Glenwood Springs, and another one of my probably least favorite is the campgrounds, the free Forest Service campgrounds that are up here. You can't really see it over there, but there are about 5 sites in this one. There's another one down the hill, and they were all full yesterday when I made the 5-mile trek up here to get up here. I am in the group site, and this used to be a pay campground, but now the Forest Service or BLM has given that up, and there's the name of it. Upper Prince Creek Group Site is where I'm at right now. There's a couple of picnic tables up there kind of getting grown in from the weeds, and unfortunately though, all of these sites were filled up this morning, and this was the best that I could do when I arrived up here about 6 o'clock at night. I was ready to be done with my travel day, but I also discovered there's hardly any internet up here. I got some late last night into early this morning, but that kind of disappeared, and now we're back to no internet. So got to head back down, but I do have a place that I'm thinking about stopping, and we'll stop along the way and maybe I can show that. So hang on, guys, I want to get out of here, get down off this hill. And sad thing is about Glenwood Springs, there's not a lot of opportunities or places for boondocking up here, other than rest areas, Walmarts, things like that. More lock docking, and not exactly my favorite either, so gotta head on down the hill. Okay, we are down off the hill. Got that right there. And just a vacant lot. I'm gonna run over to Wendy's and get something to eat real quick and park right here, and I think we can get to where we're going. It's a little bit of a walk, but it'll work. It's not too bad. I need the walk. So all right, hang on. Oh, there's a couple here. Not too familiar with Kid Curry, but that one I am. About a half-mile hike. And I'm already sweating. It's not too bad, but it is, you know, we're walking up the hill, and obviously once upon a time this cemetery probably sat on the hill alone overlooking Glenwood Springs. Now houses, but you can see how we're getting up towards the top of the hill here. All right, I got a little bit of a walk. Not too warm, but warm enough that I'm starting to question that lunch, or maybe eating as much as I did. I didn't know there was going to be a hike. Whew. seeing as seems like the only trail coming up here, I am going to assume this was once a wagon road. Erosion and time have reduced it down to a walking trail. Oh. And a whole bunch of stickers on the sign. Can't even tell what the sign used to say. I did not bring any stickers with me. Hell of a view though. More than halfway up. I've heard of shoe trees, and there is a shoe. Ribbons. There's another pair of shoes. Don't think I was expecting that. And there's a pair of sunglasses. You never know what you're gonna see. Oh, Kid Curry and Doc Holliday. See all the way around. Pretty much Mother Nature has reclaimed her soil. I don't know what the latest tombstone is or gravestone in this cemetery is, or when the last person, I do see 1944 right there. There is a larger cemetery down in town, not far from where I parked, but I am still on the lookout. Still on the lookout. Oh, there's a sign here. I must be on the right track. I'll keep going. And it says to keep going. And this looks like it. Right there. John Henry Holliday, born August 14th, 1851, died November 8th, 1887. All right, are we back again? I was not able to check the mic. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties there. I recovered just as quickly as I could. Can you guys hear me okay? I wasn't able to do a mic check. Fave's here. Dave's here. Yeah. Yeah, it's the computer crashed. Dave's here. All right. And you guys can hear me okay? Hopefully you can hear me okay. Mic check, mic check. All right. Well, there is more to that video, and we'll get. Oh, sounds fine. Thank you, Cosmic Mermaid and Starman. I appreciate that. We will come back again. Maybe towards the end of the live. I'm a little dark. I know, Gary. I know. Yeah. I'm on a table here, and I'm trying to get the background. Anytime that I try to get the background, if you guys have a suggestion on a new cam that I could use, that. Uh-oh, don't be cutting out. We may be struggling, guys. If you look around, we are in Glenwood Canyon, and it is canyon all the way around, 360 degrees. I could swing this laptop around and show you. It is we're in a canyon. There's no two ways about it. This is Glenwood Springs, and this is just beautiful country, but it is absolutely awful for trying to get a cell signal through these canyons. Where I ended up having to go was I'm at the No Name rest area. What happened to the light that you used to use? I have the light, but I had to walk about a quarter of a mile down here carrying all of my gear, plus a happy hour, plus another happy hour, plus a microphone and laptop. And yeah, it was just, I couldn't bring the light. But good point. And I have found that the light doesn't seem to be helping, unfortunately. So moving the laptop can make it choppy. Okay, I won't move the laptop. I will keep it there. So Doc Holliday was only 36 when he died. Yeah, absolutely, he was. And he died of consumption, or tuberculosis. They used to call it consumption back then. And you need an old man wagon to haul your shit. I do, right there. I do. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. Hey, by the way, everybody say happy birthday to Miss Lori there. She just had her birthday. She has her birthday on the same day as my older brother does. So happy birthday there, Miss Lori. Glad to have you on here. Yeah. Love stopping in No Name. The campground there also has a zip line over the Colorado. Does it really? Yeah, I saw the campground. The resort is right over there. I'm actually at the rest area, and I stopped here because it's the first rest area as you're coming out of Glenwood Springs, and I'm kind of hoping it's pretty here. I like it. Guys, if you could see the hills, you can tell that this winter they got some snow here, because the hills are all green, amazingly green. So but yeah, I am kind of hoping that I might get away with staying here for the night and maybe rolling in the morning to the actual springs in Glenwood Springs. I wouldn't mind jumping in the springs there just to say that I've been in there. So I made a little mistake, I may or may not have, I don't know, on the video. I've always understood that Doc Holliday came to Glenwood Springs in hopes that it would help his tuberculosis. And that I did know. But I just read today, right next to the springs, they're saying that he didn't go to the springs. At that time, the springs weren't a thing, but the vapor caves that are right next to the um, hot springs are where was his intended target of where he wanted to go. So I don't know. I don't know. It is too hot to go in the vapor cave. I'm just gonna say. So I may enjoy Glenwood Springs. The actual springs are right next to it, and we'll see. So, how was Skinwalker Ranch? Guys, I had a blast at Skinwalker Ranch. I have not had a chance to review all of the footage. I did take footage almost every day, every hour of the 2 days that I was there, and I have not seen anything. All right. And so I didn't really expect to see anything, but you never know. You never know. But it was fun being there. I did take a trip around and I did film. I drove a circle all the way around the ranch and actually drove up to the actual gates going into the ranch. It's a little different than Area 51 because this is a private ranch. Now, they've kind of given up some of their privacy because they've got a show. I think they're in their third season now, Skinwalker Ranch on Netflix, and there's part of me that believes that they kind of gave up their privacy by having 3 seasons on Netflix. So I felt okay going to the front gates. I will say though that they do have signage and it does say no drones. And I think that question came up last week, Don. And yeah, can't fly a drone over the area. So which I didn't. I really didn't need to, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Is there? Okay. Okay. Well, maybe I will pull into Grizzly Creek. That's the next one up. Thank you for that info. And maybe I'll stay here tonight. And that way I'm not overstaying or overstepping my stay and roll up to Grizzly Creek if that's the next. There's like 4 right in a row right here outside of Glenwood Springs. And maybe I can stay there and roll into Glenwood Springs tomorrow and go to the springs and kind of see it. My my brother was no help. My brother used to live in Glenwood Springs, and so I sent him a text and I said, "So what should I see?" And brothers being as helpful as they are, he responded, "Everything." So I had no help. You, Don, you've actually been more help than my brother has. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, yeah. But yeah, I want to go into the springs and see the springs. We may have some rains, guys. Have you heard about the hurricane? The hurricane of what's the name of the hurricane of Las Vegas? The one that's going over LA now, I guess, is getting ready to hit Las Vegas. And is it I don't know, it starts with an H. You guys could tell me. But yeah, it's I guess it's the first one in like 1,000 million years that has made land and is going over the country. And I can tell you where I was at and where you saw in that Hillary, you know what? HC Carefree Highway. Thank you for that. Life with Letty. Also, you actually got it first. No, Cosmic Mermaid and Starmaid got Hillary. There you go. Yeah, you guys all know it. I don't. Um, I was a little worried because I climbed that hill. It was about 5 miles straight up to get at that camping area up above there. And guys, normally I'm smarter about it. I will stop, park someplace, and drive the truck up there, and just see if there's some place to go, if there's something up there. It was running so late yesterday that I just ran up there and with the coach, and yeah, that was uh, disappointing. I think the big thing is that there were probably only about 3 families between the 2 campgrounds up there that they had mountain bikes, and they're having fun, and they're doing the summer vacation thing. And yeah, there were the rest of the sites. It looked like people had moved in and were living there. And I'm just assuming that the Forest Service or the BLM is no longer keeping an eye on how many days they stay there. So it was a little disappointing, but at the same time, I had it in my mind that Hillary was going to be coming through, and that is a long dirt road going up there. It was nice road, don't get me wrong. I had the coach up there. It was okay with that. But there was part of my brain thinking, I do not want to be up in someplace like that if the rains come here. And I guess they are people are battening down the hatches. So I don't know when it's going to hit here. I don't know if it's going to hit here, but I'm looking at the forecast, and it's saying that it's supposed to be rain this week, pretty solid. So yeah, and I'm deep in the Rocky Mountains. I mean, this is Highway 70. Things that I've got coming up that I'm hoping that I'll get to film and see. We've got the longest tunnel and highest tunnel. Excuse me, the highest tunnel in North America is the Eisenhower Tunnel on I-70 going into Denver. It's about a half-mile long, but the elevation of it is 11,100 feet. I want to film going through that, and I will get that. And then right after there somewhere is Buffalo Bill's grave, and I want to stop, and I have stopped at that before many years ago, probably 30 years ago, and I enjoy that stop. It's just a rest area stop, and now I guess his family did move his remains from there to another gravesite. I don't remember where, but they still mark the spot. They still mark the area, and it is a hill overlooking Denver. So that'll be fun to see. And then, hey, I want to tell you, guess what I got? Rain every day up north. Yeah, right there. Oh, Lookout Mountain. There you go. Yeah, I want to. I went up. I was up there. I used to ski a lot of these ski areas back 30 years ago. So it's not the first time that I've been on this highway. It's the first time that I've been able to enjoy it during the summer and enjoy it retired and being able to just see it and explore. And but love all of this area. The 70 is just an absolutely beautiful run through the Rockies. So I'll try to get a few shots of that as I'm going through. But coming up, I got the opportunity to. We are 101 near the Red Coast, California. It should miss us. Let's hope. I hope that it does. I hope nobody is in the path of that. Sounds kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. But with a name like Hillary, I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that. All right. But coming up, you know, I have known of the family camps, the military family camps, for a number of years, and I can't get into those. Well, hook or by crook, I have managed to get a reservation at the family camp at the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. Looking forward to going out there. First of all, staying at a family camp, that'll be fun. But I have been to the Air Force Academy working. I was in the Army and I was working. Enough said. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say it. I'm done. Make sure you film Glenwood Canyon. I have been. Yeah, it is. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. And you know, if there's something that I should not miss while I'm here, let me know. Even though my brother lived here back while I was still in the military, I think I only visited him here one time, and I think we got together to go skiing, but that was 30 some years ago. So this is the first time I've actually got to roll through and enjoy it, and see it and experience it and drive through it. And so if there's some place that I should not miss here, let me know. But otherwise, yeah, tomorrow I plan on doing the springs over there. So, yes, we got into the Air Force Academy. That is, there is a family camp there. And then I tried to make a reservation for the one at Fort Carson. And I think that one is called Camp Hale or something like that. Guys, if you don't know, Fort Carson is my old duty station back when I was in the military, and I was there for a couple of years, and I really loved it. I fell in love with Colorado, but I have not been to that base since '87. So looking forward to going back there, and of course, I've tried to work there and tried to stay there back in the '80s, but finally in about '89, I finally gave up and headed for Oregon, and then that's where I ended up for the remaining years to raise my kids. So, but I always had a love for Colorado. Look forward to getting back there. Garden of the Gods. I also want to see if I can get back onto Fort Carson and calling them and talking to them. They said you just need a day pass. Come and see us. Show us your veteran ID, and you can get a day pass to come onto the base. And I am beyond excited, guys. I am beyond excited. Really, really looking forward to that. So, okay. Anyway, that is coming up. That is going to be in the next few weeks. So I will try to share as much of that as I can here at the lives, and I'll be filming. I will definitely be filming. So. Oh. Well, let's see if I can go back and we can finish that video. I've got a couple of different so I did not have enough time to put together a video. So if that looked a little choppy as for the intro coming in, that is all raw footage. I have on here, I can share video, but I do not have a video made up. I have not had enough time to render a video. So it's bits and pieces. What you're seeing is unedited video, what you've seen so far. But let me see if I can go back and just pull up that one just so we can kind of finish out what had started. And let's see if I can skip forward to what we got here, see if we can get it. Nobody could really remember where that was. So essentially, this is a mark up here a little bit, yeah, to bury his body. And when they did, They essentially just found the first place that was diggable. They dug a grave and they put him in it. Unfortunately, nobody could really remember where that was. So essentially, this is a marker, and I'll show you. Dedicated to Doc Holliday, who was buried someplace in this cemetery. He's buried someplace up here. So nobody really knows where. Now when Doc died, he was penniless, and the local gamblers in town took up a collection and paid his hotel bill and his funeral expenses with the local undertaker. That may have played a part in why there was no marker placed when he was buried, and may have played a part in not noting where he was buried, because remember back then he was kind of he was an outlaw, and the fact that he was buried anywhere up here probably was a good thing. But see if we can take a look around. I think I'm going to start walking down the hill, see who's buried, or I shouldn't say buried behind him, because he's not really here. He's just somewhere up here. Yeah, 1889, 1887, J.L. Ward and A. Ward, mother, father. See if we can find our way out of here. There you go. I don't know what that one is. That's oh, that was the original. All right. Let's see. I know the answer to that. I know the answer to that right there. He was called Doc. Does anybody know why? I think for that trivia question there. You know, the part of it is given out there what kind of doctor Doc Holliday was. So the fact a lot of people don't realize that he was a doctor. Yep, there it is right there. He was a dentist, and he was actually a damn good dentist. He actually went into business with his professor of his dental school, and they opened up a practice together. And he would, when he left that, he sold that practice to his partner and moved on. But wherever he went, he managed to if he needed money, he would put up a shingle in the towns offering dental services. And then there are several reports or newspapers around the country that he listed with and just offered his services. Sometimes it was only for a matter of a couple of weeks while he was there, but yes, he was absolutely a dentist. And he and his professor partner during that partnership actually patented a gold crown filling, a way of doing that to this day that patent is still in the patent office with his name on it, along with his partner. So yeah, he was a dentist. He got into gambling because, you know, he discovered gambling was easy. He was very smart, and this seemed to work out well for him that he could make a living gambling. So that's how he kind of transitioned to gambler. However, he also decided at that point that if he was going to this was a risky business, and he was going to learn how to use a gun, and did in fact, because he was taking up gambling, decided I better learn how to use it. And that is kind of how Doc Holliday was born into it. Now remember, he was only 36 years old, so he was still trying to figure his life out. And yeah, that is kind of how he became a gunslinger. The intention was never to go west for him. He was from Georgia, but there are many reports that say he killed a man in Georgia, and he had to leave, and started his path west, you might say, going between Texas. I guess he killed somebody in Texas, and then Colorado, and Kansas, and there you go. He had a big set of pliers? Yeah, Gary, he had a big set of pliers. Just drilled holes in some place other than the mouth. Yeah, there you go. No, yeah. I actually was recording some things and talking about it, things that some people didn't know about Doc Holliday, and hopefully people don't see it as disrespectful, that I love going to these places and seeing where these people are buried, and it's my way of showing respect. And I actually at one point thought about having the live up there, and I thought, I really don't want people to be upset with that, and it probably was not the right place for a live. So as it turned out, climbing that hill, if I had to climb that hill again in the same day with all of my gear, I would have died. I would have died. No, it just wasn't going to happen. So, yeah. So there is some contention whether he's actually buried up there or not. And I'll offer you up the theories here, because it was reported he was very close to his, I believe it was his cousin or his sister, one of his family members, and who became a nun. And there was actually some talk that maybe they had a romantic relationship as well. And when they parted ways, because they were family members, I suppose, I don't know, they still kept in good contact, and loved each other. Well, when he passed away, there were reports that she had his body uh, taken to Georgia to be buried in Georgia. Now, the people in Glenwood Springs say, no, he's buried here. The people in Georgia say he's buried there. There is a unmarked gravesite in Georgia at a cemetery from the town where he was at. And they say that is his grave. I don't know how much to believe of that, because while they do have lots of record of Doc Holliday being here, and when he died, he was penniless, and including he couldn't pay his hotel bill. The local gamblers put it together a kitty, a pool, and collected the money to pay for his hotel bill and his funeral expenses. They're saying that no, that he was absolutely buried there because they paid the funeral expenses to have it done. There is some contention that if the funeral director was crooked, it's very possible he took the money from the gamblers to bury Doc Holliday, gave the body over to the family member to be taken to Georgia and then buried in an empty casket or had some sort of burial for him up there just as he was paid for. And he wasn't about to, you know, I don't know. So it gets a little fuzzy there. And that may be another reason why they don't remember where he was buried. So nobody could actually look for him. So I can imagine that, you know, they're back in those days and that time. Yeah, there was some crafty things going on. Hell, we have crafty things going on right now in our world. So um, I the problem with the family member saying that his body was moved there is there's no record of it. There's no train receipts. There's no, you know, there's no receipts from, you know, anybody that basically confirming that they hauled the body there. So the people here in Glenwood Springs basically say, no, he's absolutely buried here. And it's just that nobody knows where because the ground was frozen when he died. They had to wait until something thawed out enough that it could be dug, some part of the cemetery, and wherever that was that it thawed out, that's where he was buried. There you go. They, you know, I enjoy the story to it. I enjoy, you know, the kind of everything that goes along with it. It's one of the reasons why I enjoyed stopping here and seeing it. So I am not, however, going to get in the vapor caves. And I did see them right next to the springs. Pretty springs too, by the way. I'm kind of looking forward to getting in the springs. But Vapor Cave, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll kind of check it out, but it seems too hot to do that. So I have a little bit more video. Let's go back over here and let me see if I can pull that up real quick. One last part of it, and let's go ahead and throw that up there. And you can see that is essentially how you get up there now. And I'm here to tell you, it's a half-mile walk uphill. No little feat, I'm here to tell you. See if we can see the hill behind these houses up here. That's where you're headed. So if you come here, bring your tennis shoes and a bottled water, because it's a hike. It's a hike. All right, guys, it's time for me to get back to the coach. I have no idea where the live is actually tonight. I don't know if I'll have this film ready by the time for the live, but I'll try. Otherwise, I am ready to say goodbye to that hill right up there. And it looks like it's mostly downhill back to where I'm going. I did park about a mile away. Wasn't sure what kind of parking situation they had up here, and I couldn't see it on the satellite images. So that's gonna wrap it up for this one. We will see you guys next time. Take care, guys. I gotta walk. At least it's downhill. Whew. I'll try to stick to the shade. There you go. Yeah, Vapor Cave's not sure about that either. Yeah, I'm not either. It's, you know, it's not hot here. In fact, I said it on the video as I was walking up there. Now, once you got walking up there, you could see the sweat on me, and I'm still wearing the shirt. How's that? I mean, this is fresh off the press, guys. I'm still wearing the shirt. That was just today around noon. And I didn't even have, by the time that I got down there, got back to the coach, got down here and parked, and I could not put together a solid video on it. So, but I can tell you right now, it's comfortable. It is. I am neither hot nor cold. I am just picturing the vapor caves as a steam room. And would you guys say I'd be correct in that? I'm just picturing a steam room. And I'm not sure I want to do that. You know, I will say that a shower is going to feel good tonight because but I'm not sure that vapor caves. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No. I had a couple of other a couple other videos. You want to share those and check that out. Let me go back here and see real quick and see if I can pull it up. These are pretty raw. You've seen the ones that I knew I definitely wanted to have. It's dark, hot, humid, and slippery. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that. How about this one here? I don't know. And that is absolutely why his friends called him Doc. Doctor seemed too formal, but Doc fit. And that's where he got Doc from. Well, now you know. Let's see here. Yeah, I am just picturing that it is hot in there. I'm no two ways about it. I can't remember. That's the hill coming down. And I'm still going. I stopped for some shade and turned on the camera. Yeah, we're still walking. We got to be getting close though, because I see a fence up there. Whew. Yeah. But look at this. I'm sweating profusely. And I was too. Yeah, I was. That is a steep hill. I have to give him. I'll tell you what. That was a steep hill going up there. It's not bad coming down, but going up and oof, yeah. Oh, let's see what else I've got here. Because I know I did a little bit of talking, including, well, you know what? I have one that I want to finish up with. How's that? One that I want to finish up with. Oh, let's check that one. Trade in the movie that Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp were close friends. Truly, they were not. However, they were close enough that they could be around each other. Yeah. Did you know that? Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp were not best friends as much as they would have liked to portray that. They almost portrayed Doc as being Wyatt's lapdog in the movie, but in real life, Wyatt Earp was a lawman, and Doc Holliday was an outlaw. Now, the two of them met and developed enough of a friendship that they could tolerate being around each other, and there was a mutual respect for each other back and forth, and that was it. I'm glad it was not uphill also on the way back. Yeah, no, I want to tell you. It was not uphill on the way back. Thankfully, it was downhill, and that went a lot faster. But let's see what we got here. Da, 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 da. Is that one?
Seeing how Doc was wanted by the law in many states, Doc seemed to be right on the right side of the law when it came to Wyatt, and that's where the respect and friendship came from for the two of them. But even though it was portrayed in the movie that they were close, they were not really. They were close enough that they could manage to be around each other.
There we go. Let's see if I could throw. There we go. There's one.
Doc's last words. Isn't that funny? Probably reflecting on where he was and that knowing that he was about to die. But those are, he always assumed that he would die in a gunfight or in some sort of brawl or by the hand of a gun. But no.
There you go. Yeah, that's that was Doc's Holiday's last words, and he just kind of considered his situation where he was at, and didn't imagine he'd ever actually die in a bed, in wasn't a hospital, but it was a hotel room. But before you go, an update on timing for the draft. Oh, update on the timing for the draft. Yep, we've got football people here. We are putting together. I have not looked at the fantasy football today to see if we are all filled up, but I believe that we have all the spots taken up. We will be doing the draft either Saturday or Sunday next weekend. If there's a better day for you, let me know what that is. And if there is a good time to do it. Obviously, if we do it Sunday, I want to do it early enough that I still have time to do the live and all that good stuff. So it would need to be somewhere between 12 and, it's I'd say 1 or 2 o'clock. So I have not putting that together, and we could always do it on Saturday too. So if you have a preference, you're in the fantasy football for this is the 3rd season that we're doing it. So glad to have everybody along, and looking forward to that draft. So if you know a date that works well for you, let me know, and we will make that happen. But last year we did it a little bit early, and I think there was a little bit of complaint because we hadn't gotten to see how everybody was going to do, how the rookies and so forth. So our first game is going to be September 7th. I believe that is a Thursday night game. So we need to have everybody needs to have their teams together. If you are not sure how the draft works and all that, don't worry. You can, if you don't pick anybody, it will auto draft for you automatically. So it's almost like you don't really need to do anything. But if you want to choose your own players, absolutely. That will be Saturday or Sunday. Let me know if you guys have a preference, and we will make that happen. I have to make sure that I have internet signal for that day too. So yeah, he asked for a shot of whiskey. Yeah, yeah. He didn't mention dying with his boots on. But he did see the irony in dying in a hotel and not at the hands of a gunfight, which he just assumed would happen. Now, Doc Holliday did not have a death wish, but there was a certain air about him that he felt he's going to die of this anyway. And he knows that he doesn't have forever. So if he dies, that's okay. And that's what you got. So 4 teams don't have a team name. Yeah, we'll make sure that everybody gets set up there. If you have not set up your team names, or if you want to change your team names, now's the time to do it. And I think you can actually change your team names through the season too. But he did ask for a shot of whiskey. He did. He asked for a shot of whiskey, and yeah. The story is that Doc he fully expected to die at a gunfight. Yeah, I found him at death's door in a bed instead. Yeah, that was the irony of it. There you go. Oh, computer. Sorry about the computer problems tonight. We seem to be making it through. I'm hoping that it will. I'm hoping that it will work. Yeah, Cosmic Mermaid and Starman says either day works. You guys, I may throw out a poll, and if I get more Saturdays than Sundays or more Sundays than Saturdays, we'll make it happen. But I'm thinking around noon would probably be a good time, and we'll make that happen. So. All right, guys, I think that is going to wrap it up. I am out of my happy hour, and it is starting to get dark here a little bit. So, really loving it. And if you have any suggestions on things that I should see between, I'm basically going from here to Denver and then down to Colorado Springs, and I don't think I will be all that way. I'm not sure where I will be next week. So I'm not sure where the live will be coming from next week, but noon in what time zone? Let's go with Pacific time zone. Good question. Let's just make it Pacific time zone. I'm actually in mountain time. So my time here right now is 10 after 8, but because we've been doing it at 6 p.m. Pacific, I've been trying to keep it at that. So I would say Pacific time, and so if you have a date and a preference, let me know. So yeah, either day around noon Mountain Time. Okay, Don. Okay. So hey, Cosmic Mermaid and Starman. I get it. That's Dawn right there. Dawn and Gail. I'm going to give them the last. They are actually Colorado residents. So thanks for the tips, and you guys. We will see you next week. I'm gonna be somewhere near Denver. I'm not. I'm not sure. I auto drafted last year. It actually, if you do the auto draft, it's not bad. It's not bad. So, all right. Anyway, let me give the last word to Cosmic Mermaid and Starman. Safe travels, all. Have a great week. Live life full time. We will see you guys next Sunday. Take care, guys. Bye bye. And I need to make some food.